Embers can travel upwards of 1.5 miles. Fire will travel across the landscape, not a matter of if, but when. Austin is one of the most at-risk communities in the country for wildfire. The good news is addressing your wildfire risk isn't rocket science, but if you don't know the factors that relate to how it will impact you and your home, and so we like to talk specifically about the things that are under your control that'll make a big difference. Understanding the risk to individual homes and property owners because they have control over that local environment.
One of the things we look for is whether there's debris.
And we take an approach very often where we work hand in hand with one of our trained wildfire evaluators.
What we're doing is walking around the home with the homeowner.
Fire almost always starts on the surface and then spreads.
To get them to understand what they can do to make their home more hardened against wildfire.
I'm well aware of the hill country and potential for wildfire, and so it's been on my mind. And one of my neighbors actually had this assessment done not long ago, and we got to talking about it, and I thought, well, that'd be a great thing to do.
It's exposed, so it's combustible, so making sure that you close off areas of ventilation with appropriate screening will keep those embers out of your attic. We've worked really hard to develop a comprehensive wildfire risk evaluation for the entire city of Austin and Travis County. This is going to be an ongoing heat source. Many of our homes are built very close to one another or at the tops of ridge lines or geographic features that lend themselves to extreme fire behavior. This tall juniper with no branches is going to be extremely difficult to ignite versus some of the shrubbier invasive species. We use a wildfire evaluation process.
You probably want to cut it back, and it's doing an interesting job of growing in.
Where we look at all elements that might be susceptible to a wildfire.
The bamboo muley here is something that's pretty flammable.
In a home, it's construction, it's landscaping, and make recommendations to homeowners that they can use to take ownership of reducing that wildfire risk.
I found the whole thing, quite interesting and educational. And again, I have some work to do because where I thought we were probably in pretty good shape, and I think we are, there's still a lot of room for improvement. And I know that'll certainly make me feel better and my wife feel better, and I hope everybody in the neighborhood does it as well.
So they can burn pretty easily under the right conditions. And so in addition to being not a good thing for the environment, it creates a fire risk. And so with a little bit of information, a little bit of work on homeowners' part, that can make a huge difference in their overall wildfire risk.
Glad to have you. Like I said, I have some work to do.